Hello, in the previous video, I introduced to us the interface for the application, and then I talked to you about what our next video would look like. I said in the next video, we're going to take up the role of a sales person in the HM organization, and we're going to create a lead or a deal, and then we're going to manage that deal up until the point where the deal becomes a closed deal, a sale, and we can then proceed to onboard the new customer. So let's go on. I'm using a test HMO account because I don't want to create another demo account using your organization's support account. So let's go over to CRM module and select lead. Right now, I'm a sales team member, right? I'm from the telesales team, and there's a new customer called um, Lookman Limited. As a telesales person, my job right now is to onboard this new organization called Lookman Limited. So I'll click on add new. Notice how there's no record here. This is because this is a fresh account. It's a new account I created for our training videos for your organization. So I'm going to click on add new. And then there's a create new lead form that pops up here, and I'm supposed to fill out this form, fill out the details of the organization, I beg your pardon, and then fill out the deal details so that I can deduce some information about some important sales information about this deal, right? So let me go up to customers detail. I would advise that when you're filling up this form, that you fill from one input field to another. If you jump from here to here, it kind of causes a distraction, or there's no flow. Having a flow helps you understand what you're doing. Yeah, so I'm going to say customer type is corporate. So there are two customer types. It's either a corporate, or it's either the customer is an individual customer, self-sponsored, or is a corporate customer that is about to sponsor you know one or more policies. And then you enter the customer name. The customer name, like I said, is Lookman Limited. This is a demo account, by the way. And then the customer's phone number, I'll just use this. And the customer's email is lookman@demo.com. This is not a live email, by the way. Lookman@demo.com. Residential address for Lookman is Lookman Street, Ikeja. So this is not an actual address, hence we cannot search. So let me say the local government, I'll say Ikeja, is local government in Ikeja. I'll say Ikeja, LG. And then the city is Ikeja. And the states, Lagos State, and this obviously, yeah. Okay, the customer class, I'll say I don't know how you classify your customers, but let me say this is a mm, mm, let's say class 4. This is just for demo purposes. So if there's a way you class your customers, you please enter um that particular classification as customer class. Now it's time for us to enter our deal details. First, the probability. What's the probability that this particular deal will you know be a win, will be closed at the time it's supposed to be closed? Let's say there's a 50% probability. So I put that there. And what's the size of the organization? I'll say 10. So there are about 10 heads they want to purchase policies for. What's the status of this deal? Is open. We just opened a new deal. What's the next step for this deal? Next action after we have onboarded this deal? I think it will be to assign staff. And then the weighted forecast is calculated for you based on the probability and the size of the organization. The closing date, like I was told, would be 3 months from the date the thing the account was opened or the deal was opened. Additional information is, are there any other information that you would need to communicate about this account so that everybody managing this account would be aware? So let's say um has a staff strength of 50, would start with 10 policies for top management. So this is an interesting information for um for us to understand, get more knowledge about this particular business. So this is just some example of what additional information can look like. It can be anything. And then you want to add contacts. So who are the persons in this organization that we would be, interacting with based on this business that we're about to start? Let's say one of the persons is John Lookman. So John Lookman, that would be John Look at demo.com. And the position of John Lookman, let's say John Lookman is CEO, and the phone number for John is 010. Yeah, and I'll click on add contact to complete that. Let me add another contact. So let's say another person is Messi Peter, Messi at demo.com. Messi is HR. She's also another person that's interested in this business. So let's add Messi as a contact person for this business. So I'm going to leave search for staff. Like I was told, when a lead is created, it is the duty of a team lead for the sales department to assign this business to different members of the sales team. So I'll just leave this as blank and I'll go on to create lead. But before I do that, let's do a quick recap. I filled up the customer's details, I filled up the deal's details, I entered additional information that is, peculiar to this business and is of importance to this business. And then I entered contact details for inside persons in this new business that, we would be interacting with, to seal this deal. I'll click on create lead and this kind of, sums up our deal creation here. Now we've successfully created a new deal or a new lead. As you can see, is listed here as the only deal that we have in this organization. You can see all of these important information that gives you an idea of the deal. And if you have a long list of deals here or leads here, there would be a scroll bar where you can scroll through to find a lead, or you can just search the lead using the customer's name. So I'll click on this record and this is what we have. We have the details of a new lead. Notice how we have some new tabs now in the details page of the lead. You can tell the active tab that, the tab you're currently viewing, the page you're currently viewing, because the tab is white. So you can tell that this is the details page because the tab is white. When I click on tasks tab, you see how it's white because that's that is the current tab that we're viewing. So let's go back to detail. Remember how I entered additional information here, and this kind of tells us that, okay, the person that created this deal says that the deal has a staff strength of 50 and will start with 10 policies for top management. So there's a possibility that, we might get some more they might buy some more policies in the future. Maybe they just want to try out our policies. The next thing we want to do is maybe log on to a salesperson's account and assign staff, assign tasks, and then possibly set up an appointment in our next video. I'm doing this so that the videos can be short and easily accessible. Thank you.